Hello, our dear students. It's great to see you today. My name is Nguyễn, Thanh, Huyền, a teacher of English at Ninh Secondary School. The English revision today is for students in grade 8. The lesson today is Unit 13, Festivals. In this lesson, we are going to review new words related to the topic festivals and some important grammar points in Unit 13. At the end of the lesson, we are going to do some exercise for further practice and homework for you to do at home. Now look at these pictures on the screen. Do you know the names of these festivals? Yes, that's right. The first picture is Hung King Temple Festival in Phú Thọ. The second one is Lantern Festival in Huế and Hội An. And the last one is Kite Festival in some sea cities in Vietnam. You know, these are some popular festivals in Vietnam. In this unit, Unit 13, we will know more about some other traditional festivals of Vietnamese people. However, because of the time limit, this video just provides you some important new words and grammar points so that you can have a general knowledge of the contents of this unit. As I have already told you at the beginning of this lesson, there are two parts. Let's move to part 1 first, vocabulary. In getting started, read, language, focus. Please open your book and take a pencil to write down the new words. First, getting started. Listen and read. Here is the conservation in getting started, Unit 13. Let's have a look at it and underline the words that you do not know, like this. Well done, and this is my suggestions. You and me find out the meaning of these new words together. 1. Competition. Let's look at the picture. Singing competition and public speaking competition. So, competition is an activity that this person tries to win the others. 2. This is the picture of water fetching competition. Water fetching competition is a competition in which the participant try to make Water fetching competition is a competition in which the participant try to take water as much as possible to win the game. And here is the picture of fire making competition. Fire making competition is a competition in which the participant try to make fire as quickly as possible to win the game. And here is rice cooking competition. Rice cooking competition is a competition in which the participant tries to cook rice. Now look at this picture. They are ready for their race, and now they are standing at the starting position. Okay, you got a meaning? That's good. Upset. This is an adjective, means that sad or unhappy. Urge somebody to do something means that strongly ask somebody to do something. And here, look at this, rub. You move your hands, your two hands up and down, okay? Means that rub. And this is the picture of bamboo. I think all of you know this kind of tree. And this is the picture of husk and rice. Husk is the coverings of rice. You can see the line, the yellow line here, means that separate the rice from husk. Okay. Church. Look at the picture. They are churches in a competition, so they give marks to the participant. Then, council leader is the leader of the organization or a competition. Award. Look at the picture now. They are being awarded prizes. I think you get the meaning of this word. Award is a verb and noun. Let's have a look at all the new words in getting started. Listen and read. Competition, water fetching competition, rice cooking competition, fire making competition, starting position, urge somebody to do something, to separate somebody something from somebody something, upset, bamboo, husk, rub, award, church, council leader. Let's move to the new words in read. Let's look at the pictures on the screen. You can see Santa Claus, Christmas cards, Christmas songs, and Christmas tree. This is a reading text in Read, Unit 13. Let's have a look at it and take a pencil to underline the words that you don't know. That's good. This is my suggestions. And now we will find out the meanings of the new words together. Let's look at the picture. This is my room, and I made my room more beautiful with some small things like curtain or plants or pictures on the word, for example. So I can say that I decorated my room with picture, plants, curtains, for example. So decorate means that make something more beautiful. And this is now decoration. Number 2, custom.
Custom is a traditional way of behaving or doing something. And this is so special to a particular country. For example, the custom of giving lucky money to children at deaths of Vietnamese people. Next, spread. Look at the picture here. Spread means that it is getting bigger and bigger or wider and wider. So spread is an irregular verb. So I can say spread, spread, spread. We will continue with perform. Perform means you do something. For example, play a piece of music or sing a song in front of many people to entertain them. Next, Christmas Carol. Look at the picture here. Christmas Carol is a song always sung at Christmas. Patron saint. This is a picture of the patron saint of Peru and all of South America. So, patron saint is believed to protect a particular place or a group of people. In these texts, the patron saint of children is the saint who protects children. Charlie means that happy and cheerful. For example, a Charlie face, okay? And then professor is a university teacher. And then to be based on means that use an idea or facts to write the story, a song, for example. And that's all for the new words in read. Let's have a look at all the new words in read. Decorate something with something. Decoration. Custom. Spread, spread, spread. Perform. Christmas carol. Patron saint. Charlie. Professor. To be based on. Okay, and now let's move to language focus to find out the new words in this part. Export is the selling of something to other countries. For example, Vietnam has exported a lot of rice to other countries. Then faucet. Look at the picture, and this is a faucet. Pipe. And here the picture of pipe. Okay, and the last, plumber. And this is the picture of plumber. So I think you've got the meaning of these 4 words already. We will continue with passive forms in future simple tense. Look at the example. I will do my homework tomorrow. We will have my homework as the subjects of the passive sentence. Then will. After will, we have to use verb by infinitives. So we need to write will be for passive form, and the answer is my homework will be done tomorrow. Will do in the active form change into will be done in the passive form. And here
is the structure of future simple tense in passive form. As and will and be and verb past participle by someone. We have already learned the new words in getting started, read, and language focus, and now we move to grammar. Okay, first, how to express your interests. I have 4 sentences here. I like, enjoy swimming and sunbathing. Number 2, I am interested in ancient cities. Number 3, I am keen on mountain climbing. Number 4, I am fond of the cold weather. Number 4, I am fond of the cold weather. So, to express your interest, you can say as and like or enjoy and verb in or noun phrase. Number 2, as and be interested in and verb in or noun phrase. Number 3, as and be keen on and verb in or noun phrase. Number 4, as and be fond of and verb in or noun phrase. And this is the 4 ways of expressing your interests. It's easy, isn't it? That's good. And the second grammar point of this unit is compound words. Let's look at the example here. A water fetching competition. A water fetching competition is the competition in which the participants try to take as much water as possible to win the game. So competition is the main noun of this noun phrase, and water is the noun that follows the word or the verb fetch. So I can have the form of compound word like this: a noun and verb in and main noun. Let's have another example here. An English speaking competition. Of course, this is competition for students to practice speaking English, right? And we also have competition is the main noun, and then English is the noun that follows speaking. So we also have the form like this: an noun and verb in and main noun. So let's look at the third example. 2 storytelling contests. So tell me, how many contests are there? Of course, we have 2. So look at contests. I write in the form of plural, contests. Okay? And then story is the noun of the verb tell. So I write like this: 2 storytelling contests. So the general form of compound words is a, an, and noun with the verb in the form of verb in and the main noun. Is it clear for you? Okay, that's good. The third grammar point of this unit is passive voice. We have already learned about passive voice and how to write passive sentences in Unit 10 with present simple, right? And all of you know the general form of passive voice: as
and be and verb past participle and by someone. So past participle here means verb ed or verb in column 3 of irregular verbs table, right? I'll give you a sentence in the present simple. You have to change it from active to passive. I do my homework every day. So you can see do here. When I write in passive form, I have to identify I as a subject and do is verb in present simple, and then objects is my homework. So the passive is my homework is done every day. So I take an object into the subject in passive voice, and then I add is, and then do I will write in past participle done. So the form of passive voice in present simple is S and be in the form of am, is, are, and then verb past participle, then by someone. And in this unit, we will learn how to write passive voice with present perfects. Look at the example here. I have done my homework for 15 minutes. So you can see have done here is the present perfects. You need to add be in the passive forms. So be when follow have, you have to use been. And the answer is my homework has been done for 15 minutes. Look at this have done here. So you have to write has been done for passive forms. That's why the form for passive in present perfect like this. As and have or has and been and verb past participle and by someone. Next, how to write a passive voice in the past simple tense. Let's look at the example. I did my homework yesterday. So when I write a passive form of this sentence, I will write my homework first. Then I add be into passive sentence. So be in the past simple is was for singular and were for plural. To my homework is an uncountable noun, so I will write was, and the answer is my homework was done yesterday. And the form of passive voice in past simple is as and was a word and verb past participle by someone. So we have already reviewed how to write passive forms in present simple tense, future tense, present perfect tense, and past simple tense. Let's move to reported speech, the fourth grammar point of this unit. In English grammar, reported speech is the kind of sentence that people use to report what other people have talked about. There are some changes in subjects and object pronouns or verb tenses or adverbs or others information to make the sentence more suitable for the situation. Now, let's go to the subject and object pronoun changes. Look at example 1. He said, I forget the suitcase. In this sentence, the speaker is he. I forget the suitcase. I in the right reported speech is the speaker. So I can write this sentence like this. He said that he forgot the suitcase. Is it clear? Now we move to example 2. He said to me, you are late again. In this sentence, he is the speaker and me is the listener. So, you are late again. You here is the listener. So I can write this sentence like this. He told me that I was late again. Is it clear for you? Yes. Let's move to another example. Example 3. He said to me, you and Phong will be successful. Sorry, in this sentence, I have to use Vietnamese to explain so that you can understand it fully. Trong tình huống này, mình có người nói là he và người nghe là me. Và câu trực tiếp của chúng ta có là you and Phong. Vậy, từ you ở trong cái tình huống này chính là người nghe, nhân vật tôi. Vậy, cả tôi và Phong, đây là chủ ngữ số nhiều. Và khi có nhân vật tôi vào trong đó mang nghĩa số nhiều thì mình có thể sử dụng từ we thay thế. Vì vậy, câu viết lại sẽ như sau. He told me that we would be successful. Is it clear? Now let's move to example 4. He said to her, you and Phong will be successful. And I have to use Vietnamese again in this sentence. Trong câu số 4 có một chút khác biệt so với câu số 3. Đó là người nói vẫn là he, nhưng người nghe lại là her, cô đó, cô gái đó. Vậy, you and Phong trong ngữ cảnh này chính là cô gái đó và Phong. Vậy khi nói đến một người nào đó, một nhân vật nào đó số nhiều, ta sẽ sử dụng chủ ngữ là they. Vậy câu viết lại ở câu số 4 này sẽ là he told her that they would be successful. Vậy, nhìn trong hai ví dụ 3 và 4, mình có thể hiểu được rằng tùy thuộc vào từng tình huống, từng đối tượng mà chúng ta sẽ sử dụng các cái chủ ngữ hay các tân ngữ một cách phù hợp. So in different situations, we have to change the subject and object pronouns so that they fit in the right reported speech. Is it clear? Let's move to another part. Example 5. He said, she is waiting downstairs. Is she is a person, not me and not he. So I can write this sentence like this. He said that He said that she was waiting downstairs. Okay, so in this situation, she is a person who is not related to the speaker or the listener. Trong trường hợp này, nhân vật she không liên quan gì đến người nói, cũng không liên quan gì đến người nghe. Người nghe trong trường hợp này được hiểu ngầm là tôi. Vì vậy, chữ she trong trường hợp này chúng ta giữ nguyên. How about verb tenses? In indirect reported speech, we have to move backward one tense. For example, present simple, we have to change past simple. For example, I speak English quite well, Xuân Trường said. So, I repeat, Mr. Park himself will report this sentence like this. Xuân Trường said that he spoke English quite well, so speak in present simple tense, we have to change into past simple tense. Let's move to another example. Present continuous. We will move to past continuous. For example, Trấn Thành said, I am going to the supermarket. So when you report this sentence of Trấn Thành, yes, I'm going, we have to change into was going. Thanh said he was going to the supermarket. So let's move to another example. He says, I like ice cream. Okay, you have to look at this says here in the present simple, right? So when I report the sentence with the reporting verbs in present simple, I do not have to change the tense of the verb. So the answer is, he says that he likes ice cream. Is it easy for you? That's good. How about adverbs in indirect reported speech? Now look at this. We have the first column is the adverbs in direct speech, and the second column is the adverbs in reported speech. Now, for example, now we have to change into then, here, and there, today or tonight, and that day or that night, yesterday, and the previous day or the day before, tomorrow, with the following day, the next day, or the day after. And this you have to learn all of these things by heart. Yeah, it's not easy, but it's not difficult. Next week, we will change the following week, or the next week, or the week after. 2 days ago with 2 days before. It means that ago we will change into before. And then last month, last means that the month before or the previous month. Yes, of course, you have to learn all of these things by heart. For example, you can sit here. Hoa said Lan. In this sentence, Lan is the speaker, Hoa is the listener, and Lan said that Hoa could sit there. So we have to change here into there. So number 2 is, it is sunny today, said Lan. Now, today, so we will write Lan said it was sunny that day. So today is that day in indirect reported speech. And others information you have to change. For example, this and to that, or these to those. Okay, please learn all of these things by heart. For example, I love this cell phone, Lan said. So I can write, Lan said she loved that cell phone. Is it clear? Let's move to another example. My friend wants to buy a new car today. He said, in this sentence, he is the speaker. So, my friend in the direct speech is the friend of the speaker, right? So, wants is the present simple tense, right? And we will have today. So there are three kinds of information that we have to change in this direct reported speech, right? One, my friend. Two, once, and then today. So I can write this sentence like this. He said that his friend wanted to buy a new car that day. We can write the structure of this kind of reported speech as one with reporting verb. For example, said to someone, or said that, or told someone that. And then as to and verb backward, one tense backward. This is the form of reported statements. Is it clear for you? Please learn this structure by heart. To make sure that all of you have good understanding of compound word, passive voice, and reported speech, let's do some practice here. Practice 1. Compound nouns. Complete the sentences with compound nouns. First, let's look at the form of compound nouns again. Here, a, an, and, now, and then verb in and main noun. Okay, now number 1. This is a town. This is an example. This is a coal mining town. Is it clear? So you look at the form and then you write down the compound nouns into each blank. Okay, have you finished? Number 2. Today I will share with you some money saving tips. That's good. And number 3, it was a life-changing adventure. That's good. Number 4, Germany is a German-speaking country. Very good. And the last, tigers are meat-eating animals. That's good. Now we'll move to practice 2. Practice 2, passive voice. Rewrite using passive voice. First, the general form of passive voice is S and be and the past participle by someone. Okay, so number one, they allowed Tom to take these books home. So we have they as a subject. Allowed is verb in past simple and Tom is the object. So I will write Tom as the subject of the passive voice. In this situation, allowed in past simple. So be in the passive voice is was. And then allowed and next to take these books home, and this is the answer for this sentence. Tom was allowed to take these books home. Number two, nobody cleaned her room last week. You can see nobody is a subject. Cleaned is verb and her room is objects. In this situation, I will write her room first as the subject in passive form, and then nobody. It means that no one, so we have to use negative form here. So wasn't, because the sentence is in past simple. So the answer for this sentence is her room was not cleaned last week. Is it clear? Number three, they have talked about their habits. We have their habit as an object of passive sentence, and have talked is the verb in present perfect. So the form for present perfect in passive is as and have or has and been and verb past participle. So the answer for this sentence is their habits have been talked about. Number four, my father hasn't repaired the pipe. We have the pipe as an object of the active sentence, so we have to write it as the subject of the passive sentence. And the answer is the pipe hasn't been repaired by my father. Why do we have to use hasn't here? Because number four is a negative sentence, so we have to write negative sentence in passive form. Okay? That's all for passive forms. Practice 3. Reported speech. Rewrite using reported speech. Number 1. My mother is coming for a visit tomorrow, she said. In this sentence, she is the speaker, so my mother is the mother of the speaker. Or I can say in another word, her mother. Next, the verb in this sentence is present simple. We have to write one tense backward, means that we have to write words for the reported speech. And then tomorrow we have to change to. So the answer is she said that her mother was coming for a visit the next day or the following day or the day after. Is it clear? Number 2. Mrs. Hua said, I practice speaking English with foreigners regularly. So the speaker is Miss Hua. It means that I in indirect speech is the speaker, Miss Hoa. That's why we can write like this. Miss Hoa said that. Miss Hoa or she, and then practice in the present form, so we have to write in the past form in reported speech, right? So the answer, Miss Hoa said that she practiced speaking English with foreigners regularly. Is it clear? And here is the homework. In this unit, we have a lot of grammar points that are very important in English 8. So, remember, carefully take note all the new words into your notebooks. Then carefully take notes grammar points into your notebook too. Remember to practice reading the conservation in getting started and the text in read, and then remember to answer the questions into your notebooks. Do exercises in language focus and workbook.
That's all for our lesson today. Thanks for your attention. Bye bye.